After graduating from Maryland, I worked for a company called Human Genome Sciences and did that off and on for about 6 years before. And while I was doing that, I was also coaching high school basketball. So I started off as an assistant with Eleanor Roosevelt High School, kind of got the bug from there, the coaching bug, and that transitioned into starting a AAU program with my partners down in Washington, D.C. area. It started off as known as Triple Threat, eventually became known as Team Takeover. And, you know, I looked at the stats the other day. We had 194 guys get college scholarships, you know, out of that program, and it became a passion of mine. You know, you search for your life's journey and understand what your passion may be, and it was so fulfilling seeing young men get college scholarships and kind of staying out of the rat race economically, being able to avoid repaying student loans, that, you know, it became a passion. And then when you have that many kids get scholarships, you meet a lot of great men who encouraged me to kind of pursue the college coaching aspect. And being in the Washington, D.C. area, there were several colleges that had openings, and Towson University was the first one who offered me a job with Pat Scarry when he got the job there. And I did a year at Towson, and we had some success on the recruiting trail there, and then ultimately went to Indiana University with Tom Crean. And from there, the career kind of took off. Then spent several years with Rick Pitino at Louisville. I think I learned very early in life that, you know, everything's about relationships. I think the success that I've had is really a testament to the people that have supported me, been by my side, and I've just tried to honestly just have genuine relationships. I think that, you know, you see the young men work as hard as they can work. You dive in and you're dedicated to helping, you know, dot the I's and cross the T's and helping them maximize their potential as young men. And I think once I realized that, you know, if I focus on relationships, then, you know, you can ultimately become relevant in an area. I think your relevancy is just that I'm able to connect people. I feel like as opposed to recruiting, I always view myself as kind of a relationship provider. You know, I identify the head coaches that I'm working for, what they're looking for. I understand the families and the young men, what they're looking for, and I try to bring the two parties together. And, you know, it's been working out pretty well as far as that aspect goes. I think with this last draft, in my short college coaching career, I've now been around 18 young men who've gone on to play in the NBA. So just kind of seeing them go from high school to college to ultimately fulfilling their dreams, going to the NBA, I mean, that's been my biggest, you know, aha as far as just, you know, being fortunate enough to see that process through to the end. So in the course of my career, you know, I've been blessed to see 18 guys now go on and fulfill their ultimate dream of making it to the NBA. And it's been guys that have been kind of unheralded. You know, there's been very few All-Americans. You know, you take a guy like Victor Oladipo, who I coached in AAU with Team Takeover, and then had a chance to finish up his career with them at Indiana University. You know, he was ranked 144th coming out of high school, but finished the #2 overall draft pick, you know, in the draft when he came out. You know, all the way to Noah Vonleh, who I recruited to Indiana, you know, who was a one-and-done player, led the Big Ten in rebounding, freshman of the year. You know, he was a #9 overall pick. Terry Rozier at Louisville. He's a I believe, 16 overall pick with the Boston Celtics. And then Donovan Mitchell, who arguably could have won Rookie of the Year, recruited to Louisville. He, you know, was the #13 overall pick after his second year. So guys like that, guys that weren't highly ranked coming out of high school, guys that, you know, just show great work ethic and great character. You know, those are some of my fondest memories of thus far. You know, I jumped at the opportunity to work with Coach Ash because I know him as a man of character first and foremost. He's been somebody I've known for years. I understand that he doesn't take shortcuts. You know, he's focused on finding guys that not only are good basketball players, but good young men who fit the character and the tradition that he's trying to establish here. You know, this isn't a short-term thing for him. This is something that he plans on putting his blood, sweat, and tears in, and just being able to be with them on the ground floor as far as establishing his culture, you know, is something that's very exciting for me.